Hey guys and welcome. So if you're watching this, I think you have some trouble linking Tenko to Orochi, and if that's the case, welcome. I'll show you step by step how you could improve into doing it more consistently. So I'll show you on stick, hitbox and pad, so feel free to skip, I'll timestamp the video. And so now let's start with stick. Alright, so you're playing on stick, congratulations. Now I'll teach you some basic knowledge so you could practice later. But first, let me show you some examples on left and right side. So feel free to watch on my hands and I explain later. Right side now. Okay, maybe you didn't get it, that's okay, I'll teach you now what you should do. I don't think you have trouble to input the Tenko, that's this motion. So maybe you don't know that there's a just frame version, so that's kick and punch in a 4 frame tight window, like that. Okay, so don't press at the same time, because it's a throw. But that's not the subject of the video. What you should do, and that's the subject of the video, is to link the Tenko to Orochi, right? So the Orochi is this. So the game tells you to input the Orochi like that. So you have to do a quarter circle, then press kick, and right after the dash, you have to press down and punch, like that. But I think that's inefficient, and that's the reason why you fail, I think. So let me tell you what you should do. This motion. So, now that you've seen 3 times in a row, let me tell you what it is. So it's a quarter circle, and right after it's down. Quarter circle down, and after you press kick and punch. So it doesn't matter if it's light kick, medium kick, or heavy kick, right? It's all the same. So, when you do that, there's this version of Orochi that comes. That's an Orochi, a regular Orochi, but that's easier and less confusing for you to do. Okay? So, if it's too hard for you, you can even roll the stick like that. A quarter circle and one more. So, quarter circle to right position and quarter circle to down position. That works too. And maybe you should practice that if you are not too confident in your abilities to do it down and then quarter circle and then down. Okay, so it's on you, do whatever you want, it all works the same. Okay, so now that you know the new motion like that, start practicing. So build up some muscle memory by doing it on both sides. So now I'm on the right side, I'll do it again. Okay, and when you think you are okay on doing that, start throwing buttons like that, and so the final result should be that you can do it flawlessly 10, 20, 30 times in a row, so without stopping. Okay, so let me show you 3 times in a row, and I'll believe in you that you'll do 10, 20 without failing. If you fail, try again. Okay, you must not fail. But when you fail, please do watch at your inputs. Do look at your inputs and see what's wrong. Okay, so input number 1, 2, 3, 3 times in a row. Okay, so when you can do it flawlessly, the next step is that you should do the Tenko and then the motion without pressing. So just build up some muscle memory and do the motion, just the regular motion. Okay, without pressing. And when you think you are ready, now go and press buttons. Okay, but there are common mistakes, and I think you are already doing them, or you will. So mistake number 1 is to do the Orochi too fast after the Tenko. If so, the Orochi, doesn't come. it just doesn't show up. It will do either nothing, a light kick or whatever you are pressing, like heavy kick or heavy punch, doesn't matter. So let me show you an example. Okay, so right now, because I pressed light buttons, it's the light punch that showed up, okay? So that's because I did it too fast. So now I need to slow down. But mistake number 2 is that you are too slow to do the Orochi. And if so, the Orochi won't link like that. So let me show you another example. Okay, it didn't show, or it didn't link, sorry. So you have to find the just way to do it for you. That's just a regular training. Just know that if you are too fast, do it slower, and if you are too slow, do it faster. Okay? Maybe you don't have the right timing, because it depends on your motion speed, right? So if you're doing it like that, or more slowly like that, that's different. So if you are doing it at a regular speed like that, I think you should go for maximum height. So use the Tenko and look at your opponent when he's at maximum height. So it doesn't have to be the just frame one, it could be the regular one. So at maximum height, start inputting the Orochi like that at regular speed. So if you do it quicker, that's on you to find a new timing. But just know that if you are too quick, the Orochi won't come. So find the just way, practice, and it will be alright for you. And now I think that's all for you to know. The next step will be hit confirmed, but that's another subject, okay? So I'll upload a video in the future, so feel free to look at my channel again. And if so, if you are not playing with Hitbox or pad, then you can close the video, and I thank you deeply for watching it. And now we move on at Hitbox. See ya, guys. Alright, so you play on Hitbox, congratulations. I'll teach you some basic knowledge, but first let's jump on examples on left side then right side. Feel free to watch on my hands as I explain later. Left side first. Right side. Alright. So, what you must know is to input a quarter circle on Hitbox. So it's basically like rolling your thumbs, like so. So you have to press on 2 buttons at the same time. So for quarter circle forward, you have to press down, then depending on which side you are, it's the side button, okay? So that one or that one. So because I'm on the left side, I have to press the right button, okay? That one. So you kinda have to roll your thumb, so you have to press, and release the down button, and that's a quarter circle for you. So now that you have that knowledge, what you must know is that the game does tell you to input the Orochi like so. You have to do a quarter circle, then press kick, right? Like that, and after that you have to press down and punch, okay? Like that. Okay, that's pretty basic knowledge, but that's kinda inefficient in a way, because that's pretty confusing. You have to learn something new, and that's harder for you. So the game does allow you to do a motion like so. Okay, so that's a quarter circle forward, and then one more quarter circle, but to down position. So you have to press, release, and then press again and release. And so that's how you want to do the motion for Orochi, okay? Like so. Okay? So now that you have this knowledge, you should practice more, okay? On left side, then right side, okay? So do it flawlessly like 10 times in a row or 20 times in a row, and when you are consistent, start doing Tenko to Orochi, okay? So Tenko, then the next step should be to do the motion, but not press. Do the motion to familiarize, and when you think you are ready, you do the motion, like so, okay? So, there are common mistakes that I think you will do, or you are already doing. First mistake is to be too quick after the Tenko, okay? Okay, so that's an example. I was too quick, and so the Orochi didn't come up, and that's normal. So the Tenko wasn't finished, that I already started doing the motion, then pressed buttons. So that's normal, and if it does so, it means that you are too quick. But on the other hand, if you are too slow, the Orochi won't link, like so. Like so, alright? It didn't link, so it means that you are too slow, and you have to be faster on inputting the motion and pressing buttons. And that's basically all you need to know, right? But hold up, why does it feel like that when you do the Tenko to Orochi, Orochi doesn't come up and instead Tenko does? It's maybe because you are pressing the kick button too early, right? So if you do so, it will do a Tenko to Tenko, and what you must seek is to do the motion first and then the buttons, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's light, medium or heavy, they are all the same. But you must understand that you must finish your motion first and then input. And that's a common mistake on Hitbox, because you have to press buttons to input directions. And so some players do mess up the timing, and so they are doing some things that they don't want to, and that's what you must understand with Hitbox. So that's pretty much all for Hitbox. So now we'll jump on pad, and if you play on Hitbox, then you can stop watching the video, and I thank you for watching this, and I see you next time. Alright, so you play on pad. Congratulations, I'll teach you some basic knowledge, but first let me show you examples on left and right side. So I'll explain later, so feel free to watch at my hands and as I explain later. So that's left side, that's right side. So please let me tell you that I'm not a controller player, so I'm sorry if I say something wrong, but I'll try not to, sorry. So there's a strategy in this game when you have some shortcuts to input, and that's the case with Orochi. So basically the game tells you to input Orochi like this, so you have to do a quarter circle, and then you have to input like kick, for example. And after the dash, you have to press down and punch. But I think that's inefficient in a way, because this shortcut exists. So I jump, I must not. Okay, that one exists, right? So it's quarter circle, then down, quarter circle, down, okay? And you can even roll it if you like so it does quarter circle and one more to down position. And with that, if you press kick and then punch, it will do an Orochi for you. Sorry, like that, right? It's an easy Orochi, and so it's easier for you, I think. It's less confusing, and I pretty much advise you to use that technique instead of doing the regular way, like the game tells you to. So maybe try doing it 10 times or even 20 times in a row without failing, So I don't think I can do it right now with controller, but I'll try. Okay, so I've done it 5 times in a row, and so if you keep doing it, you will improve, you will do it flawlessly, and then you can move onto the next step. So the next step will be that after the Tenko, that move, you should try to input the motion, right? The motion. So just do the motion without pressing the buttons, and when you are confident, when you build up enough muscle memory, then you can start pressing buttons. So like so, right? But there are some common mistakes, and as in other parts, I'll tell you what. So first mistake is to do the Orochi motion too fast after the Tenko motion, and that will cause to either do nothing or a button. So in my case, that will be a heavy punch or heavy kick, right? So let me try. Voila! That's a fail for you if you in a stricto sensus sense, right? So now you know that you have to be slower, but second case, so if you are too slow, the Orochi wouldn't leak. Like that. And because I use heavy seppo, the dash with heavy kick, I even got on the other side. So if you use light version you won't, but because I did with the controller, I did. So now you have to be quicker. So you have to find the right way to do it at the right timing, and that's some training. But now you do know why you are failing, right? And so I think that's pretty much all for controller players. So let me know if you want to know something else, and if I missed something. But after that, that's the end of the video, and I thank you for watching this, and I see you next time. Peace out.